Here, Pippins pregame alongside manager Marcus McKimmey as we preview the rubber game today between the Pippins and the Kelowna Falcons. First thing to go through, walk-off win for the team last night. About as much of a back-and-forth battle as you can find. Had you guys ultimately pull this out in the end, had the early deficit, fought back, had a lead, it blew that late, and then came back and found a way? How'd they do it?
Oh, our guys have grit, man. They didn't let the clock run out. You know, you got to get 27 outs against us, and they weren't able to do that. And so, heck of a hit there late. But our guys had quality bats all the way through. I mean, we grinded. We were down 4-0 early, and we scored 9 out of 9 unanswered runs, I think, or 9-1 there in the middle innings. And yeah, just a good job by our offense, really having a plan. We went through a couple of their arms, got their starter out, got his pitch count up early, and played for 9 innings. That's what we preach.
I was going to ask adjustment-wise, because this is a Kelowna team that had kept you guys in check most of the time, and some of it is maybe working the pitch count and stuff like that. Was that the main adjustment, the pitch count, in order to be successful? Because you guys put up, I think, 15 hits, a season-high 14 runs against a team that had limited you guys pretty well.
Well, they were, their depth on the mound was a little thin, and when we saw them the first time, so was ours. And it's baseball, man. You got to play every day, and where team is at, on day one might not be where they're at on day 5, and in this case there was a gap in between. So no, we play the schedule, and the matchup was positive, and ultimately our guys, not just in the bullpen and on the mound, but offensively, they just found a way to get it done and kept grinding.
Ultimately, a lot of guys coming up with clutch hits late to ultimately, help you guys and pull off the win. Mitch Ellis coming up with the walk-off double there. Talk about what you've seen from him. He had a little bit of a rough stretch coming in. I think he came in 4 for his last 21 or something like that, but had hit a lot of balls hard. A guy who was red hot early on. Talk about him and his ability to come up there and rip that double for the game winner.
No, he's super confident, and guys are going to go through some stretches where they're not being rewarded for good at bats, and Mitch has been an everyday guy for us, and just happy for him, for especially a guy that had, I think, 3 really good at bats, up 3 or 4 up until then. A couple sac flies and a drag bunt hit to the push side, which isn't easy, and then a 2-strike hit with the game on the line. I mean, players make plays, man, and we're very excited and happy Ellis is wearing a Pippin uniform.
Obviously, the offense, the story yesterday, but they still did get 13 runs. Obviously, they got a lot of hits, a lot of extra base hits for them. Actually, I think only 1 double, but adjustments pitching-wise, obviously, Cade Woods on the mound. He's been pretty good, 4 wins, tied the West Coast League. But what's the message to him and to the other pitchers today against this group that is still hitting you guys pretty well?
Just do what he does. I think last start he'd really fought, through his 5 innings and wasn't as sharp, and so we expect him to really be able to bounce back today. And he's a mental bulldog, and we're glad that he's a starter for us, because he can do everything. He can close, he can mid relief, and it was a starter where he came from. And Cade's a 3 to 4 pitch mix guy with a ton of strikes, and just another one of those gritty competitors that that win more than they lose. And so we still got to play the game, but we like our chances in the rubber game today.
Cade Woods, 6th start on the mound today. He's going for what would be his West Coast League leading 5th win against the Kelowna Falcons. Rubber game tonight at 7:05.